This video represents 24 consecutive hours of dishes in my kitchen. I always like to have a friend with me when I'm cleaning, so I thought I would create a video that would feel like chatting with a friend. So if you'd like to use this time to take care of some home tasks, listen while you're working out, or just unwind and get some ideas, I'll be your buddy along for the journey. My name's Rebecca with Work in Progress. I named my channel that because that's just how I approach life, especially the work of homemaking. Hour one in my kitchen started out pretty messy. I was behind on my dishes and I'm just catching up, switching that dishwasher. Please be sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and it really means a lot to me. Homemaking to me has a certain stigma that it's just women or it's just moms or people who only work at home. And I just don't think that's the case. The home is the center of life. It's where you come back to over and over, and it's where we should feel the most comfortable and the most ourselves. Homemaking is something that everyone does, whether you have an apartment, a house, even a car, or just a room. To me, it's just taking care of the spaces that serve us. And it's these simple tasks we do day in and day out. It doesn't have to be eye-catching, fancy, or Instagram-worthy in order for it to be meaningful. This is where we live. And that's really the center of my channel. It's a work in progress, and that's okay. This is a few hours later. I came home with groceries. I like to shop at Aldi. Not sponsored in any way. I just really like that store. They have so much good, fresh food. And I'm really thankful to have the opportunity to bring home good food every week. And it's something I never want to take for granted. So as I was saying, it doesn't have to be eye-catching or Pinterest-worthy. And, really that's the center of my channel. It's all a work in progress. Homemaking is a work in progress. Life is a work in progress, and that's okay. So you'll see I really open up my home in these videos, and you're gonna see a lot of mess. You're gonna see the reality of a mom who's trying to keep it all together. Here I'm just showing you my refrigerator organization and the new system that I've been implementing here. It's just one of the ways that I've tried to make life just a tiny bit easier. I always use a tray for my meats. And I've got deli meat there on the right, shredded cheese, and sandwich cheese there. I like to make it easy, especially in the mornings when we make lunch for my son. Another little trick that I use is that I have contact paper I put on top of the shelves, and that just makes it a lot easier. If there's a spill or something, it's a lot easier to clean. And then I've used dry erase marker to do some temporary labels and see if that sticks. And if it does, I'll start using more fancy looking labels. So you'll see the natural ebbs and flows of life here. And this video is focused on the kitchen and the dishes that seem to pile up so quickly. But, when I remind myself when I get frustrated that this kitchen serves me well, and I'm thankful for it. These dishes serve me well. My home serves me well, and lots of good meals were made in this kitchen. We shared time together as a family, memories from our day, hugs, tears, laughter, and all of that is so real. And that's what is so meaningful to me. That's really what life is all about, each other. But I have to also realize that the aftermath of all those memories is mess. Cleaning up after ourselves is something that everyone should do, and I want to do it with care, gratitude, and absolutely no shame. For dinner this evening, I made center-cut pork chops seasoned with cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And I typically use oregano seasoning, but I wanted to try something different tonight. I think I still like the oregano better. And for sides, I made frozen broccoli and cornbread. So it's just a really simple weeknight dinner. And again, that's okay. I've really spent too long in my life thinking about what I should be doing better when it comes to the places I live. I want to spend my time now approaching it with a new attitude instead of feeling ashamed that I feel like I can't keep everything together. Instead, approaching it with more of an attitude of gratitude. I use avocado oil. It has a higher smoke point. Those pork chops are looking good. Love that sizzle. The next day, I came home from dropping the kids off at school, and I wanted to get to work by really scrubbing things down. My goal was really to finish all of the dishes in the kitchen, including all the hand-washed dishes. I don't want any excuse to stop, so I have my coffee, my water, always a big glass of water, my tablet, which I can watch videos or inspiration. I like to listen to random things, but also like house cleaning, like decluttering, hoarder. Most of the time I just keep it simple with some alcohol or vinegar for cleaning. Today I'm gonna get a little fancy. I've got my antibacterial method cleaner, Myers, and then a Krug cutter for the top of the stove. So I have everything I need to get this kitchen cleaned. I'm curious, what do you like to have ready when you're preparing for a big clean? Do you listen to a podcast? Watch trash TV? What beverages do you have? If you've been this long with me, please take a moment to provide some recommendations in the comments. Please take a moment to provide some recommendations in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I want to hear what you're listening to and watching. So even after just one evening and morning, the dishes and the clutter are already piled up, and so I'm taking care of those first. But so is life. C'est la vie. Next, I'm going to get into the hand wash dishes. So I have my apron on. That's how you know I'm serious. So to clean my sink and a lot of the dishes, I'm using a Lodge brush, which is made for cast iron, but I use it for everything. So I'm really just giving the sink a good scrub down. I've been putting off those hand wash dishes, so it really needs it. I'm listening to this video about Japanese homemaking, and I think it's so interesting. Just the care that they put into their home and the thought that goes behind it. So you might hear that a little bit in the background. So I'm going to be quiet here and just let you hear some of those noises. So let me know if you have a solution for this. But water always seems like it pools back here, especially when I'm doing a lot of hand washing. Let me know if you have a solution. Wow. A clean space is a gift for the next person. That's cool. I'm taking the time here to take off the feet of the cutting board. And I noticed that there was some black stuff that was stuck under there. So it's time to really clean it early. And you'll see in a little bit, I use oil on the surface with some special food safe oil that I use for this purpose. I use boiling water just to make sure that my dishes are thoroughly clean. You'll see that a few times in this video. And this is it. We're finally here. 24 hours after initially starting. And my kitchen truly looks transformed. It's sparkling again. So please let me know if you'd like more videos like these. I hope that you were able to take the time to accomplish what you wanted to during this video. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch with me today. And remember, we are a work in progress, and that's okay.